welcome everybody. Welcome everyone who's attending today. It's a great privilege and pleasure to have Arindam Das, the Head of Business Development for Travel for APAC, with us today from Google. So welcome. And for some of you who don't know me, I'm the Managing Director for Southeast Asia, and I look after those markets. And we're basically very excited to be able to present to you today the Google free listing, or what we call Get Google, to our prospects and customers. So with no further ado, let's kick this off. Just before we go, we move on, some housekeeping. So you've all been muted upon joining. Please feel free to post relevant questions in the chat area, and we will do our best to answer them. We have a couple of members of the team from STAAH that are online to answer those in English, and we also have Ferro and Nashi from Google, who can also answer in Thai or Bahasa if you choose to ask those questions. At the end of the session, we'll have an opportunity to ask some questions. And just a little bit of advice, close all the tabs on your web browser. It makes life a lot easier for you going forward. Next slide. So a little bit about STAAH. We are a very well-known widespread channel management business. We also provide booking engines and a number of other tools. We have a platform that's so much more than just a channel manager. We have great relationships with some great businesses, obviously Google being one of those. Next slide. And just to give you a bit of an example of the things that we do, this tremendous diagram that we have, we offer channel management, booking engine, we do gift voucher services, we connect to GDS and so much more. Next slide. So today the agenda is going to, Arindam's going to kick off with a discussion and a presentation on the Google free booking links, how it benefits hotels. He'll talk about My Business, Google My Business. After that, I will run through briefly some slides that show just how easy and simple it is for STAAH booking engine users to subscribe. And basically how to check if a booking has come via Google, so you can see the point of sale and also the ROI on your investment, and a success story. And then at the end we'll have some Q&A. So with no further ado, let me pass you over to Arindam. Arindam, all yours, sir.
Thank you, Kevin. Good morning, good afternoon to everybody who's dialed in. I'm super excited to be here. Very quickly about myself, I manage travel partnerships at Google in Asia Pacific. I've been working with hotel partners since the last 6 years, and I would like to thank STAAH and the team for giving me this opportunity to speak about Google's free booking links, something we launched earlier this year, and we're super excited because of the response that we've got. Next slide, please. So what is free booking links? I'm going to speak about what it is, how you can participate, and the benefits it will drive to you. Next slide, please. So a little bit about Google's travel vision and mission. Our mission is to be the trusted place where travelers go to find the most useful information to make fast and effortless decisions. So what does that mean? There are 4 words that are highlighted here. Trusted, which means the information that is available on Google is correct and can be trusted. There is no bait and switch, click and then the prices change. We don't do that. We are very clear that this is the most trusted place where travel information can be available. But along with being trusted, we also want to have useful information. No point in providing information that doesn't help a user in making the purchase or travel decision. So what we do is we combine all of this information, we make it useful using our algorithms so that users can make fast and effortless decisions. No point again in giving tons of information that doesn't help the user, confuses the user, and stops them in making a purchase decision. So this is our mission, to be the trusted place so that we can provide useful information for users to make fast, effortless decisions. So how does that translate for hotel owners? We want to create an open ecosystem where any hotel in the world can participate and generate value from Google. What does that mean? It means whether you're a small hotel, or you're a boutique hotel, or you're a part of a chain of hotels, or you're a hotel partner, be it an OTA, a meta search engine, a connectivity partner, a booking engine, a channel manager, or even another search engine. We, we aggregate all of this information into Google, and we want to make our systems open so that anybody could connect to Google and then derive value. As you know, we have billions of search queries every day, and billions of search queries on travel happening every year. So when users are searching for travel related information, we want to connect the users to our hotels so that when they decide to make a purchase, they're able to complete that with Google. And with that, we launched something called free booking links, next slide, which we launched earlier this year. What exactly are free booking links? Back in the day when Google started its travel journey, we started listing hotels back in 2013, but it was a paid ads experience. It meant that anybody who wanted to participate with Google in the Google Hotel search platforms, they necessarily had to, number one, provide all the information, which is their rates and availability, and also participate in an ads process, in an ads auction. We have done away with that. What we have done is we've made two big changes. Number one, we took away that ads only experience and introduced something called free booking links. And I know the diagram here is small, but if you look at the yellow section, is what free booking links are. So the ads unit still remains, but below the ads unit, we have introduced a free booking links section. This free booking links means that any hotel that is connected to us, or any hotel partner, be it an OTA or a meta search or a chain of hotels, if they're connected to us, we display their information under the ads unit. And if users were to click on that free booking link unit, we do not charge our partners. So for hotels and suppliers, this becomes a new way to get users direct bookings onto your website. For travelers, we are now providing much more comprehensive information. Back in the day, it was only ads participants, which meant that it felt like a very adsy kind of an experience. We have become much more comprehensive. So instead of limiting to just 4 or 5 online travel agents, the big ones, we now have over 50, we can list up to 100 different free booking links. And what we do is we prioritize the hotel's own website right up tops. So think of free booking links as the SEO of the hotel's search experience. And for advertisers, it becomes easier because now we have created an open ecosystem. This is the second change that we made, whereby we delinked connectivity to the ads. So connectivity could be provided by one partner, somebody like STAAH that has a booking engine, a channel manager, a full stack, a PMS, a full stack of services to provide connectivity to hotels. And then if a hotel chooses to advertise to boost their rankings, which is appear in the blue unit, as you see, they could do that optionally for certain markets. Next slide, please. So this is what the free booking links experience looks like. As you scroll down, you will see an all options. And here, as the user clicks, I know it's kind of fast, they are redirected to the hotel's own website. Next slide, please. So this is what the hotel's free booking link unit looks like. The unit in yellow, as you see here, the ads unit appears on top. Like you see on other Google surfaces, the ads unit appears on top, followed by the SEO links. Similarly, in the hotel search experience, the ads unit, which is limited to only 4 slots, it used to be 13, we've reduced that to 4, and then we list up to 99 free booking links. But within that 99 free booking links unit, we prioritize the hotel's own website. So if you have a booking engine, or if you have a website that can handle direct bookings, we will put your links up tops, irrespective of whether your prices are higher or lower than other OTAs. So this becomes default. Also, it's not very visible here, but if you look at Hotel Bel Ami, you see a small call out which says official website. Feel free to try it on your browser right now. What you will see is with the official website, we also put a small call out, a UX treatment that tells the user that this is the official website of the hotel. Now, what does this do? If you think from a user's perspective, it builds trust, because from an ads only experience, which is still there for the first 4 slots, we are now providing SEO links. And instead of being limited to just 4 booking options, they now have a range of over up to 100 different booking options, including where we are prioritizing the hotel's own official website right up top. Next slide, please. So now the question is, as hotel owners, how do you get started on Google? Very, very important, and I'll reiterate this again when I talk about managing your Google My Business profile, is that you need to go and check, Google your own hotel and see if it's listed on Google. If it's listed, you need to go and claim your hotel. How do you claim your hotel? You put in and say that you are the owner of the hotel, and then you need to verify your business listing. There is a postal method for individual hotels. However, if you're part of a chain that's more than 10, you can also opt in for something called bulk verification. Once your hotel has been claimed and verified on Google, you will start appearing in the search module. But as you know, when a user needs to make a purchase decision, they need 2 things. Number 1, the prices and inventory, which is the rates and availability. And secondly, they need a place where they can go to book. Because Google, we are not an OTA, we are a search engine, just like a Meta. We redirect the user to a place, a path where they go and book. And that here is the hotel's own website. So how can you provide rates to us? Next slide, please. So to provide rates to us, you could do it in 2 ways. If you are a part of a chain of hotels that has more than 100 properties, or you work with a CRS that has more than 100 properties, we are happy to work with you directly. We have developed some new APIs, and these APIs are very simple to implement, which will allow any large partner with over 100 properties to connect to Google and push the rates. Could you go back to the previous slide? Yes, push the rates to Google. The second thing is, once, or if you're part of if you're an individual hotel, but work with a PMS, work with a channel manager, work with a booking engine, or work with any other connectivity partner, talk to your connectivity partner, just like STAAH has done. Or if your connectivity partner is unwilling to connect to Google, talk to STAAH here. They will ensure that your properties are available to Google. As long as you provide STAAH with your rates and availability, we are already integrated with STAAH, and any hotel that puts their hands up and says, I want to participate on Google's free booking link program, STAAH will enable that. So what are the benefits? Number 1, one of the key benefits is that this is absolutely free. We are not charging the 15% commission that OTAs charge and other channels might charge. It is absolutely free. Now, I know there might be a small connectivity fee that you might have to pay to your channel manager or your booking engine and a setup fee. But besides that, which you would have had to pay to connect to OTAs too. But besides that, Google is not going to charge either STAAH or the hotel any fee, as long as the user click is generated from the free booking links unit. You can, however, choose to participate in ads. That is completely optional. The second thing is, unlike OTAs, this is a direct booking, which means you technically own the customer. You could remarket to the customer, throw the user a free amenity like a free pickup or a free meal voucher, whatnot. And if you choose to, you could also provide cheaper rates via the Google channel, whereby your rates are much more competitive compared to some of the other channels. With that, that brings me to an end on the free booking links section. We are super excited. We want to have as many hotels across Australia, New Zealand, across Southeast Asia onto our platform. We know travel is going to rebound very strongly in 2022. We already have internal signals on search queries volumes growing. So we're super excited to have all hotels joining our platform. And with that, I'll get into the next section, which is Google My Business, how you can manage, claim, and verify your Google My Business profile. All right, so next slide, please. Okay, so what is Google My Business? Google My Business is an online platform whereby any business establishment can go and establish their presence online. So if you have any sort of a business, be it a hotel, be it a spa, be it a restaurant, be it any other services that you provide, you can manage that your listing on Google's platform using the Google My Business app. So what does it do? Once you're listed on Google through the Google My Business profiles, this becomes like a core database where Google sources all of the information. You start appearing on hotel search if you're a hotel. If you're a restaurant, you start appearing on restaurant search. If you are any other business establishment, as long as people are looking for that type of service that you provide, you start appearing on those searches. So not only on search, you appear on maps, you appear on the Google Assistant, and in the future, as we continue to launch new products like Google Lens, YouTube, as long as your business is established, present, claimed, and verified on Google, you will be eligible to appear in any search queries that happens to Google's platforms. Next slide, please. The Google My Business listing is free. So very important, if you don't have a Google My Business profile already set up, and if you don't own it, you can create one. You can do it very simply. You can log in through your browser on your desktop. You can even download a mobile app, which is available on iOS and Android. Using your Google account, create your profile and go through what we call the verification process. You can do that over phone, email, or if you're part of a large group of a business, you could do through what we call bulk verification. Next slide, please. Something very important, and this is critical because as users are looking for different businesses, they need differentiators. So very important that you upload a brand identity. It could be a logo, it could be a cover photo, or it could be a fancy font that identifies or distinguishes your business. So if it's a hotel, maybe your facade. If it's or if you have a brand, or if you have a special calligraphic design, please upload all of that. It doesn't have to be just one. Add a cover photo. Please upload a high quality photo. Many a times we see hotels uploading photos that are not well lit, does not cover the facade or something that is descriptive of the hotel. And we know from data that 90% of customers are more likely to click and visit a business listing if there is a wide range of high quality photos. Again, very important, high quality photos. And for hotels, what does that mean? That means photos of your rooms, well lit, that describes your amenities rather than people being, having to read. If you have, for example, scented soap in your bathrooms, make sure that is also available through those photos. If you have a certain set of amenities, make sure that all those amenities are available through your Google My Business profile. So that is very important. The photo quality has to be high. And then you can add a short description about what your hotels are, your check-in, check-out times, the neighborhood information, what services you provide, what kind of amenities are available if you have a spa or a restaurant or anything else. Please add all of those critical information because customers, users are looking for that detailed purchasing profile when they're making a purchase decision. Next slide, please. Also, during this COVID-19 pandemic times, you could post information related to COVID. For example, if one of your establishments is closed for some time, or it's only operational during a certain period, or if you have certain offers for COVID-19 responders, you could make a COVID-19 related posts, or you could even make, next slide please, you could also even make something called a reopening offer. As we are getting through the COVID-19 pandemic, and you want to capture the demand that's coming in, you want to throw in the special offer, be it a free pickup or a meal voucher or a free spa voucher. Please you can use your Google My Business profile to update that information. Any sales promo, anything that is critical to get, or you want to establish that is critical for the user to opt into or choose your hotel or any of your businesses, please post in that information. Next slide, please. Again, very critical is that people are always commenting on your hotels, on your different businesses, on the services that you offer. Read and respond. We see that this builds up loyalty. The customers build up trust so that they know that the hotel cares about the customers. And you can reply with your point of view, or you could reply with photos. You could reply. Again, a very enticing way to hook the customer is to give them an offer saying that, hey, we're sorry you had this bad experience, but next time you come in, we're happy to give you 20% off or something like that. Very important, as a lot of people are reading reviews before they're making the purchase decision. And you all know that. Next slide, please. Probably this is my penultimate slide. With Google My Business, you're also able to see which users are logging in, where are they looking in from, what's the peak time of usage, how are they interacting with your profiles, are they clicking, are they just browsing, did they click on a particular section, and we continue to add more features. So what will eventually happen, and this is the plan for 2022, once you're part of Google free booking links, through your Google My Business profile, you'll be able to see how many impressions you got, how many clicks you got, how many conversions you had, where did you miss out? If you missed out, let's say within a 5-mile radius, which hotel picked up your business and you missed out? Was it because of price? Was it because of certain features that was available with another hotel? We will bring in more information. So this will become your one-stop shop to manage your presence on Google. And we look forward to having all of you claimed, verified, and fully participating on Google's free booking links and using the Google My Business profile. So next slide. If you wanted more information on Google My Business, and I know we're going to publish this video later, you could go to Google My Business. That's the link out there, and there's a guidebook. Just to let you know, we're doing a small revamp. Google My Business will be called Google Business Profile from next year, but don't worry, that's just semantics. Please ensure that your Google My Business profile is set up. That's the first key. And then you participate on free booking links. Talk to STAAH, talk to any of your booking engine, channel manager, PMS. And if those of your partners are not interested, feel free to reach out to STAAH, feel free to reach out to me, and we will ensure that you're connected and participating on free booking links. Thank you. I'll hand it back to Kevin.
Hey, thank you for that, Arindam. I know that we've got some questions happening now in the background, which is good. And we've been doing some polls as well while you were talking. So about 95% of the people that answered the poll are using Google My Business, which is great. And then the second poll is, do you advertise your hotel on Google Ads? And it's about 50-50. So interesting feedback there, and there's some interesting questions coming through on the chat session, which I'm sure are being answered as we speak. So, thank you for that. I've been looking forward to Get Google or free booking links for a long time. I have to say, it's been something that in the industry I think has been wanting. I've been in this business now for about 12 years in the channel management PMS space. So for me to see Google do this, I think is great. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been with STAAH for about 3 years nearly, and really enjoying my experience here. Next. So we call it Get Google, free booking links, same thing. So anybody that uses our booking engine can actually sign up to this. The great thing about it is that because it comes through the direct booking channel, and basically it can all be recorded seamlessly, easily. Getting the work done with Google was it took a little bit of doing, but when we finally got there, really seeing the benefits of this. So if you're a STAAH customer and you don't have a booking engine, our booking engine, now's a good time to do it. If you don't have a booking engine and you want to be able to really use this, then talk to us. We're happy to help you. Next slide. So basically, obviously, as Arindam said, you need to be obviously listed on My Business. Property name, address set up in STAAH must match the business name exactly. So you just got to make sure that your business name and the name on Google are the same. But apart from that, it's pretty straightforward and simple. Next slide. So basically, the channel manager is integrated with Google. So this allows real-time connectivity. It allows you to manage your availability, your rates through to Google, and to compete for that higher share of commission-free direct bookings. And this is the absolute clincher. It's commission-free direct bookings, okay? So Google is a powerful channel. It's going to get more powerful as it matures into this space. And it's a fantastic opportunity to get commission-free direct bookings, okay? And that's the thing that's really nice about this. At the end of the day, there's no setup fee to enable this, and there's no minimum term. So some of our clients are coming on to trial it out, see how they feel about it. Some have thrown themselves completely in, and as you'll see later, there are some great results coming through. This solution has only been available for about 6 to 8 weeks through STAAH, and it's generating a lot of interest at the moment, and understandably. Next slide. Okay, so apologies for the very small screen, the small writing. Look, to get this, it's a really simple process. You basically click on the commission free, you accept the T's and C's, and then away you go. It's a couple of clicks and it's ready to rock and roll within the platform. Next slide. So basically, once the request has been sent through to sign up, you check out the T's and C's, you click and you accept, and then basically a message goes over to Google, and it takes approximately 7 days to get your listing live. Could be a little quicker if things are working smoothly, but it's about 7 days. So Google picks up the connection request, and obviously for STAAH, in order to cover our investment, there's a small monthly fee to cover this. And there will be actually a promotion coming out to the Southeast Asian market in the coming months, so watch that space. Next slide. So now you've got yourself set up, and basically you want to check if the booking has come via Google. Then there are a few ways that you can do that. So if you're using the channel manager, then you would basically go to the booking report. So in our Max channel management solution, you would go to the advanced booking search. You would then choose website system to display where all the bookings, and that would include the Google listed ones. So basically indicated as the point of sale for that particular booking. So at the end of the day, bear in mind these are commission-free bookings. So every booking that you can get through Get Google is a bonus for you guys. And OTAs serve a purpose, and they are great partners, and they spend a lot of money marketing your property and doing a very good job of that. But at the end of the day, Google, can be a great partner too, and they can look to create a better mix of business for you, more direct business that is commission-free, which is why, of course, STAAH has a commission-free booking engine for you guys as well, right? It's an important part of it. And then again, point number 3, reports, channel insights, statistics, point of sale. So for those of you who don't have STAAH's booking engine, there's a load of great reports in there, load of great tools, and you can go in and you can slice it and dice it lots of different ways. Next slide. So again, booking report, go to the website, book point of sale, information. Next slide. Within the booking, payment detail, point of sale, Google Plus. Okay, so or Google. Yeah, sorry, it's my eyes. And again, great. You can run some great reports as well. So when things return to normal, particularly in some of the markets that have been shut down or have been very quiet, there'll be hopefully a great big cartwheel where you can see where all your bookings have come from, and you'll see clearly where the Google bookings came from as well. So before I go into Hamarana Lodge, poll 3, just to share with you the results. So what percentage of your bookings are through OTAs? So basically 56% answered, 100% answered, less than 25, 25 to 45, 50 to 75. So basically most people are getting between 25 and 75 of their bookings through OTAs, and some are getting more than 75%. So guys, every direct booking you can make saves you those few extra dollars in commission that you can reinvest into whatever you choose to do so, whether it's the property itself, whether it's your media spend, and whether it's or not it's your technology. So Hamarana Resort basically saw a pretty substantial or pretty decent rise in bookings over a very short period of time, and that's listed on our website as one of our success stories. So for those of you who'd like to sign up to our blog or would like to visit our website, there's some really good success stories there. And obviously this is one that over a short period of time has made a difference. 5% of a booking, of total bookings, commission saved, fantastic result. Next slide. So just a few FAQs. Is there a minimum term to sign up? No. So you can sign up and use Get Google, as we call it, on a month by month. My advice would be trial it for a fixed period so you can test it out properly. Markets are changing considerably at the moment, so in my opinion now would be a great time to actually trial it and use it and see how you go. So what rate is displayed? So the bar rate as set up in the STAAH Channel Manager or booking engine. Do you need a contract? No. You can enable the product really easily, and you just pay a small monthly fee. I've enabled the product. Why don't I see it? Again, allow 7 days to pick up your connection request. Any problems, of course, just drop a quick line to one of our great PS team, and they'll be happy to help you. Or you can email them on support at STAAH. So, Arindam, got a question for you. A lot of people will be asking, is this really free, and is it going to remain free? That's what everybody wants to know with Google. So what can you share with us?
Thank you, Kevin. I can assure you this is free and will remain free for good, because we already have what we call the Google Hotel Ads unit, the Google free booking links complements the Google Hotel Ads unit. Unlike some of our other products where everything starts free and then we introduce a paid component, Google Hotel Ads started the opposite way, where we started off with a paid product and then listed this free. We have learned from our experiences that having more comprehensive information gets more users onto our platform. We are able to deliver better data, better information, and then eventually we know from experiences that when there are good times or when hotels want to advertise their properties, they do. So we are confident about that, and therefore we see free booking links as a very integral part of our search experience. It's just not ads, because we are a search engine, and free booking links becomes a very critical part of that search experience.
I was muted. Good to hear that. Good answer. Look, having someone from Google actually to talk to directly is a great thing. So, if you had 3 top tips to give to a hotel that they can do to boost their visibility, what would those things be?
Sure. I think I shared a bit of this. Number 1, ensure that your GMB listing, your Google My Business profile, is up to date, has some of the best quality photos, reviews, amenities, information, everything. Please make it comprehensive. Google My Business is free. It is your property. So think of it as a digital asset, just like your Facebook page or your hotel's own website. Google My Business is your digital asset. Very important, because as Google, we source our information from the Google My Business listing. Once that gets into our system, it's core to everywhere that Google search is present, be it on Maps or Google Search or Hotel Ads, or in the future, Google Lens and whatnot. That becomes core. So not only should your information be correct, it should be comprehensive. The second thing is, please respond to your clients. We see a lot of traction happening through Google My Business. We have launched something called Google My Business Messaging, whereby in certain regions, and it's not available globally, it's available in Australia and New Zealand, and we will launch that in Southeast Asia very soon, where people are able to directly communicate with a business establishment, including the hotel, a hotel's restaurant, a hotel's other business establishment. Talk to your users. Every opportunity for interaction with your users is an opportunity to convert and win their trust. What do you do? Do you want to give them a free offer? Do you want to throw in something? If they're unhappy with a past experience or with something that has happened, it's an opportunity to win that customer's trust. So, and it doesn't have to be monetary. It could be in form of some loyalty, some discount, some future benefit that brings the user back to your business. Thirdly, participate in free booking links. How you do that, I just said. You should have your rates and availability, your prices, and how many rooms are available at what rates and at what different points of sale. Secondly, a booking path, very important. We have lots of hotels where we have the prices through different means, but we don't have a verifiable booking path. And so what happens is that the user ends up going and booking with the OTA. We need a path. So if you have a booking engine, or if you don't have one, talk to STAAH. Talk to any booking engine that you know. Tell them that you want to connect to Google and tell them to reach out to us. We have made this open. There are very few minimal requirements. They need to give us good prices, good accuracy, and they should be able to connect to us and push the rates. So if they connect to Booking or Expedia, they should be able to connect to Google. And once those rates are there, please monitor that those rates matches your website. If there's certain thing wrong, and I saw a question in the questions feed, which I will answer, ensure that those rates are accurate. We put a very high bar on having accurate prices. If your prices, unlike OTAs, we don't book. the user. We send them to a place. So we want that the prices that we have matches the website. Thank you, Kevin.
Great, thank you. I guess I've got one question, and I apologise that we haven't done this. We haven't prepped you on this, but it just occurred to me. So we've seen a few people talking about, obviously Google gets money through ads. I think it's commonly known that OTAs are very big clients of Google. They've spent a lot of money over the years. How do you see this kind of fitting in the whole ecosystem overall?
Now, see, we are an online company, and we know through users looking into our platform that the search queries, and COVID-19 was a catalyst where some of the offline queries came online. And we've seen that with shopping, we've seen that with education, but even in travel, that information came online. Why is that? Because people or users are looking for information, so that information, it could be information related to hygiene or cleanliness or their own safety, which regions are open, what are the travel requirements. Some of this information with offline channels may not be fully available. And we know through empirical studies that we have done that a typical user has about 30 different touch points before making a purchase journey. It's not that they end up going to an OTA and finishing their booking, unless it's a business client and he or she has to travel the next day. A typical leisure traveler takes about 30 days to book and has 30 different touch points. It could be calling their friends, it could be going to Facebook, it could be going to Instagram, it could be going to 6 different OTAs, it could be coming to Google and doing some research about So what is going to happen is that the information is going to be very critical in the purchase journey. And so we as Google, we have not only hotels information, we have travel information. What are the flights like? What are the quarantine requirements, if any? Are travelers being allowed from a certain destination to another destination? All that information, we are able to combine that with the hotel's information. And even within that, there are safety related information. So, travelers want, for example, rooms to be clean, to be sanitized. We have seen this grow, and very important to me is sustainability. We don't want hotels generating a lot of carbon footprint. So we have recently launched sustainability features. So if a hotel, for example, recycles or has certain sustainability attributes, we highlight them. So we know that as these users come online, as with more discerning, more aware users come online, they want that information. Even if the booking is happening offline with a travel agent, the information, they're coming and looking at Google, they're looking for all sorts of information. So very important that all of this information is with us. And therefore, we are making this an open platform where anybody, not just the hotels or the hotel partners, but travel, we are working with DMOs, we are working with tourism authorities, we are working with governments, so that all the information that is with them is available to Google, so that when users make a travel related search, we're able to provide them comprehensive and useful information.
Good answer. No, I appreciate that. It's and at the end of the day, I think there is so much going on in the world when it comes to, with this whole COVID thing, stuff's changing on a daily basis almost, and new plans, new this, new that, and ultimately, if a hotel is able to provide the clearest, best information about what it's doing to you guys, then that's going to get to the broadest number of potential clients, right? So
yes, and even if the booking doesn't happen with Google, the information is still being displayed with Google. Yeah. So super important that hotels provide comprehensive information about their hotels.
Yeah. And it's choice. It's good that it's providing another venue of choice for the hotel customers, and also clearly for the hotels as well. So that's great. Okay. Anything you want to ask me?
So a couple of questions for you, Kevin, and I know some of our participants have put in questions in the chat. I'd like to address them too. But first, a question for STAAH. So, Kevin, tell me, what does STAAH think of Google's free booking link program, and is it being well received by your clients?
Look, to be honest with you, yes, it has. There are, for the countries in the market that I operate in, as you well know, it's been a lot more restricted, and a lot more businesses have been hibernating, or they're in mothballs or stasis, whatever you want to call it. But I have been talking to the other units in the business, and I know that in New Zealand, we've got a good number of clients that have adopted it very quickly and are already seeing the benefits of it. And likewise in Australia. So yeah, look, it's still early days, particularly from my market, but because people are kind of coming out of, they're starting to look around, see what's available to them, see what they can do. And I think that along with even some old school technology that they probably aren't using at the moment, there will be a lot of hotels that are going to realize that it's game on, and they're going to need to not only use what's available to them, but also anything that they feel they can get some kind of an advantage. So absolutely well received. Looking forward to seeing some broad growth with this in the coming months, particularly in my market. But I know that we've got, I think we've got a few hundred clients down in Oceania right now, so that's a good start, definitely.
Thank you. And my second question is, that's great, thank you, Kevin. My second question is, how do you see Google's free booking link aiding your growth with more hotels and getting them online? And what do you think we could do to make this even better?
Right, that's a very good question. I guess first and foremost, there's a lot of opportunity out there in the market. There are properties, for example, that don't even have websites. They might have a they might have a Facebook page with some kind of booking link or inquiry form on there. They may not have, they might be manually doing a few OTAs. There are certainly large areas of the market that basically need to, I think, consider opening up and consider trying new things, fresh things. And I think that for us, as part of our growth plans, there's a large VR market to work through. There's loads of smaller properties that have probably underutilized, and the demand right now for the technology to assist hotels has never been higher. I mean, we're seeing interest all over the place at the moment. Hotels are looking at platforms as a way to very quickly and inexpensively get their outreach, get their reporting, get their strategies in line, and Google is definitely, Google's definitely a big part of this. How to improve? Look, I don't need to tell you guys how to do your jobs. I think what you've done so far is really good. I think maybe just the communication around how all of this works, the real I guess the idiot's guide, getting that out into the public would be very beneficial, particularly for those people who are either hesitant, unsure, just don't know. And I'm sure that as time goes by, existing clients will start to come back to us and to yourself on things they think. It's like necessity is the mother of invention, right? One question for you. I hope that's answered it.
Yeah. So just a quick comment, and I'm happy to take your question.
Yeah.
We would love to take feedback from hotels on what we can do better. And I know it's impossible for me to reach out to and listen for every hotel. So what I ask all participants is to, if you have any suggestions for us to improve, feel free to write to Kevin or your account manager with STAAH, and I'll request Kevin to share those questions. We can go over it, and I'll take that feedback directly to my product team. But Kevin, over to you. Thank you.
No, that's all good. I guess just something like, so someone signs up, they're on board. Do they get? Does the client get reporting and analysis from you guys as well?
Yes, yes, and yes. So number one is that if a hotel is directly integrated with us, they get access to what we call a hotel center dashboard. But if they, for example, integrated via a connectivity partner like STAAH, STAAH gets all of that report. So it's pretty comprehensive. We give the number of clicks, the number of impressions, the number of missed opportunities, and we continue to improve on our reporting tools. STAAH can then take, or the integration partner can then take that report, slice it by the hotel, and provide it to the hotel. And we are adding more features around price competitiveness, on missed opportunities. We will continue to improve our reporting tools. That will also be available on GMB in the future. I think, Kevin, because I know we're kind of nearly reaching time, maybe we can take a few questions in the chat. I saw some very interesting questions. So is that okay?
Yeah, pick your poison.
No, that's fine. So Kamal Kishore says that he faces issues with caching with Google. There are some old price points, and that creates a price disparity between his website and Google. So Kamal, my question to you is, number one, who is your connectivity provider? Is it STAAH? Then talk to your STAAH's account manager and try to figure out where the problem is. We are very well connected to STAAH. We have great bandwidth connectivity. So that shouldn't be an issue with STAAH. But if it is, talk to your account manager there. If it's another partner, tell them to reach out to us. And you could reach out through STAAH to me, and I'll take a look at your hotel. But important that the connectivity partner between your hotel and Google should be pushing those prices to Google. So that should be more accurate. It's an issue. It's probably with the connectivity partner. But again, feel free to reach out through STAAH to me, and I can take a look at your hotel. All right. Mike says that his listing has been rated as low-key lodging with a free parking, whereas it's a 5-star motel and with a Qualmark New Zealand assessment. Okay. Thank you for your question, Mike. A couple of things. I need your help in putting me in touch with Qualmark New Zealand assessment. What we try to do when we try to provide a star rating to a hotel is that we have a minimum set of criteria so that different hotels can qualify for different levels. We see this especially in Asia. People call themselves a 4-star hotel, where in fact they're probably a 2-star hotel. But like I mentioned right at the beginning, we want to show trusted, useful information. So what we do is there are two approaches. One is that we have our own set of criteria to qualify hotels as 3, 4, 5-star hotel. The other thing is that we work with local authorities, like in France, in Germany, in the UK, in the US, because the ratings of hotels in those regions are mandated through a law. So nobody can claim to be a 5-star hotel when they're not, because they have to qualify. So we work with those government agencies. Now, I like the fact that your hotel has been benchmarked as a 5-star by Qualmark. If you could put me in touch with somebody at Qualmark, we would love to have that data. Maybe we don't. But I'm assuming you are being rated at a different rating than a 5-star rating is because you don't meet Google's requirements to be a 5-star hotel. And regarding the description, that's auto-generated by our algorithm. Again, if you could share details about your hotel, I'll be happy to take a look and see if there's a way we can improve. All right. Next, and Kevin, feel free to stop me if there's any other question that you would like me to address.
Go for your
Uh, I say Trishna has a question around GMB and how to improve traffic share. I think I mentioned it. Comprehensive, useful information. High quality photos, all your attributes. You can go to the GMB editor, put in all your attributes. We have, like for example, in Japan, a Japanese hotel, a ryokan, can go and upload what kind of hot tubs they have. They have, I think, like a stone bath, a hot tub, a cold bath, and whatnot. We have uh, abilities to distinguish to that level. If you have a restaurant, very important that you upload your restaurant photos, because in this region, food becomes a very discerning factor in the purchase decision. So as long as you have great photos, high quality, well lit, providing information about your establishments, that will be helpful. Um, so that was one. Let me see some other questions that I could take. So verification using GMB. Now, and this is a question that we get. And this is a hard question because we know in certain regions the postcard system doesn't work. There could be two ways. If your hotel is not being verified through the postcard system, you could talk to your Google partner, which is STAAH in this case. But if you work with another booking engine or a channel manager, and if they're connected to Google, we are open to getting your properties verified if you come via that channel. Now, for us to do that verification for an individual hotel, it's not possible because we work with a small number of people in our GMB team. But if you're part of a connectivity partner like STAAH or any other partner, we could look to help you verify those properties via that channel. So there are questions around motels and vacation rentals, and is free booking links available for motels and vacation rentals or other alternative lodges? The answer is yes. We have two different lodging units. One is hotels, the other is vacation rentals and all other alternative lodging categories. What we are doing is, now hotels are free, vacation rentals was launched in certain regions back in 2019, and it's always been free. It's never been paid. However, the way to connect to vacation rentals is slightly different from hotels. We have made a change which allows that even if you are sending the rates via a hotel feed, you can send a vacation rentals feed. And so we have enabled partners like STAAH to send both vacation rental feeds and hotel feeds. However, these are two different units. Your vacation rental will not appear when there's a hotel search, or your hotel will not appear when there's a vacation rental search. So important distinction. But it is free, and yeah, feel free to participate if you run a few motels or vacation rentals. Talk to your connectivity partner to send the rates to Google. I think we have over 200 different connectivity partners on vacation rentals working with Google. Hi, I just used GMB for hotel a few years ago and provided group company hotel, but also so I think this is a question for STAAH, Eric, from Eric Du. I'll let Kevin answer. Does Google plan to launch free booking links on other platforms besides hotel search? Great question from Jude. Jude, the answer is yes. So today, vacation or the free booking links is only within the hotel search unit. It's not yet on maps. It's not yet on search. But by end of this year, we are making it available both on search and on maps. So today, just for your information, free booking links generates about a quarter of all clicks, but with search being launched, with maps being launched, free booking being launched on maps and search, you can expect that number to be far higher. So we look forward, ensure that you are on free booking links, and you will see a big volume of clicks and impressions coming your way.
Brilliant. I think it's a good spot to wrap up. So thank you, first of all, to all our attendees. We appreciate you taking time out of your valuable day to join us, and really hope that you've learned something, and I hope you're as excited about this as we are. A big thank you to Arindam for joining us and sharing his time as well. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you, Kevin.
Brilliant, good session. So guys, I'm just going to wrap up now. Couple of things to be aware of. Look, if you haven't joined our, signed up for our blog, really recommend that you do. There's some great information, industry information in there, great opportunity to learn hints and tips and tricks that will help you not only to recover, but also to be hopefully even better than you were before. So please, if you haven't signed up to our blog, really recommend it. Secondly, we have a collection of little ebooks here that, there's some good stuff in there. Again, good information, free information. So treat yourself and sign up to one of our ebooks as well. And lastly, and I'm sure Arindam is exactly the same, feel free to link in with us on the LinkedIn platform. Happy to share with you what we're doing online. And also, if any of you guys have any further questions that you would like to ask around this subject, then please feel free to contact, obviously, either myself or Arindam, and inquire online at the STAAH website, etc. So we're happy to answer these questions as best we can. So at the end of the day, stay in touch, follow us on LinkedIn, follow me and join in with me and my colleagues, and obviously the guys from Google. And on that note, I would like to wish everybody a safe and secure next few months. We're coming out of this finally, and I'm looking forward to hopefully traveling to many of these great countries that I love so much up in Southeast Asia. So a really big thank you from me to everybody.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to all the participants that dialed in. Really appreciate your time, and I look forward to being in touch with all of you. Feel free to reach out to Kevin and Edwin if you have any further questions. I'll be happy to look into your questions. Thank you again, and wish you good luck. Let's get going.
Keep safe, everybody.